Hello and welcome to another Popper video. Today we're playing the crazy mono red Kuldotha Rebirth Affinity list from KidRenan that just trophied this week. This list is really sick. You're playing 8 0 mana affinity creatures, and these creatures can be cost for 0 mana because you have all these artifact lands, and you've got Chromatic Star and Experimental Synthesizer. Interestingly, they're only playing 3 synthesizers so that they can make demand answers work better, and it probably doesn't synergize very well with flipping a Mirror Enforcer. They're playing 4 Galvanic Blast, 2 Seal of Fire, and then the 4 Kuldotha, 4 Bushwhacker, with 4 Reckless Impulses, 4 demand answers, one of my favorites with Name Sticker Goblin, and then 4 Frogs and 4 Mirror Enforcer. In the sideboard, we've got 2 Sorcery Speed board wipes with End the Festivities, 1 instant speed board wipe with Electrickery, 3 Red Blast, just because Red Blast can be used even when there's a standard bearer on the table, and then 2 Flaring Pains with 4 Smash to Smithereens for the artifact decks, and 3 Relics because we don't want to die to Dredge. Definitely don't want to die to Dredge. So this is a really cool deck. I'm excited to try it out. Don't forget to check out the Patreon if you want the sideboard guides and information on the decks that I like to play, like FAMs, Sticker Burn, Altertron. And make sure to like and subscribe on the video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about this list. I'm sure we'll have lots to say by the end of the video. And don't forget to check out Pondering Popper as well. And we'll see you in the matches. Alright, I'm going to try leaving up the preview window, so let me know if that's cool or not cool. But we're on the play for round 1. Well, we've got the Sticker Goblin, Reckless Impulse, Badlands, Galvanic Blast. So we can do something on turn 1. I'm going to keep it kind of sketchy, of course. I think I'm going to lead on Mountain so our opponent doesn't know what's going on. Land, pass the turn. Okay, they're going to play a Fairy Seer, which I will go yield until next end step and then just blast the Fairy Seer with the Galvanic. Keep them off the table. If this is mono blue Fae, you just need to keep their creatures off the table so they don't have a chance to ninja you. They went bottom, so maybe they're looking for lands. I'll play my Great Furnace. Let's pass the turn. They still don't know that we're Affinity. Cycles and Lorien revealed, so they must be blue-black Fae. There's a Contaminated Aquifer. So I think I'm going to just jam the Sticker Goblin here. And then see if they have the Snuff out. They don't. So let's Reckless Impulse. See if we can find anything good. We have Demand Answers. Discarding a Mountain. Okay. We have Synthesizer and Rebirth. So let's just Synth, I guess. This is a tough one. I guess I'm just going to blast them in the face. And then Kuldotha Rebirth the Darksteel and pass the turn. Because this gives me 5 power on the table. And I can always Bushwhacker next turn or play the Synthesizer. Kind of depends on what follow-up they have here. They go Augur of Bolus. So I can Bushwhacker. Revealing a counterspell. Okay. Galvanic Blast. So I can play the Synthesizer. And then I'll play the Darksteel Citadel maybe. Okay. Might as well just Kuldotha this Synthesizer, actually. Galvanic. Alright, can't cast that. Let's attack. We're going to pressure their life total and lose a creature, but that's fine. We want to be pushing damage in, so I'll put them to 14 here. Let's see what they do. They're going to leave up Interaction. Okay, Frogmite for 1 mana. 2 mana, okay. Never mind. 2 mana for Frogmite. They're going to counterspell, and they'll Brainstorm. That's odd. So if they counterspell this, then we can get in, then Galvanic Blast the Augur of Bolus and leave all of our creatures on the table. Send. So they're taking 6 damage here. And then if they Lorien revealed or something. Alright, let's just bolt the Augur. They're going to take 4. They killed the Name Sticker Goblin. They're going to 10. We have 7 power on the table, so they have to put a creature on the table or they're going to die in 2 turns. They can counterspell the Goblin Bushwhacker, so I can't just jam it. They scoop it up. Let's go. So clearly we want the red blasts. Don't think the relic is any good. Electrickery could maybe be good. There's probably, I think, red blast is upgrading the Seal of Fires. And then maybe the Galvanic upgrading into a... We got the Electrickery. I feel like that's fine. So we have 5 regular removal spells for their creatures with 3 counter spells. Seems fine. Alright, we have removal. I'm going to keep this. Tap land is not really great, but I think it's okay. They lead on a Fairy Seer. So let's go land kill your Fairy Seer. Or we could play the Slagwood Bridge, but then they can Tartu Ninja me. And I don't want that. They went top this time. Land. Make that dead. They play an island, holding up maybe a Spellstutter Sprite. Let's play Slagwood Bridge and yield until the next end step. If they flash in a Spellstutter Sprite, I can just blast it. No Spellstutter. Plays a land. Okay, so what we could do is Kuldotha the Slagwood Bridge and hold up Galvanic Blast on their creature. So they likely have Spellstutter in my mind. They probably have sweepers and stuff in their deck too. I don't know if they have Counterspell in hand. Let's just go for Reckless Impulse. I feel like they're holding a Spellstutter Sprite specifically. Alright, we find a Chromatic Star and a Mirror Enforcer. I really like that the Chromatic Star we can use to get the Kuldotha on the table. But now they have a Spellstutter. Let's see if they Ninja. My expectation is that they do Ninja. Okay. So they get to draw a card. They're holding up Spellstutter Sprite. We're looking for a land. Find a land. Not exactly the land I wanted. The Chromatic Star. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this costs 4. Just gonna Kuldotha Rebirth the Chromatic Star. Nothing. The surprise. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna Kuldotha Rebirth again. I mean, they could have a sweeper in hand. Alright. Let's see if they end step the Spellstutter. They're getting in. We'll shove everything in front of it. So the reason to overblock here is in case they have a single removal spell. What did they do? Nothing. So we have 4 power on the table. Plays an Augur of Bolas. Alright, they whiffed on the Augur. Okay, I have a Synthesizer. Pretty solid. I don't know how you're just sitting there on the Spellstutter Sprite and not doing anything. They're just too afraid, I think. Let's Kuldotha the Synth. We just keep whiffing. Not great. Huh. I'm just gonna swing out. They're at 17 now. For an affinity deck, we sure are not drawing artifacts. We'll kill this. Yeah. No Sprite for you. I'm sure they saw that coming. They're gonna Bajuka Bog. Luckily, that does not matter to me. They can't really afford to attack. So we'll deal them 4. I think we're going to pass the turn. Let's see if they tap out for something. And then we can just double Bushwhacker. I'm not sure if that's going to actually happen. I feel like they must have another Spellstutter Sprite in hand. They're playing an Augur Bolas. Revealing a Preordain. Holding open a Counterspell. Do we have a Red Blast now? Let's go for the Bushwhacker. Counterspell from the opponent. We found the Red Blast, so we're going to counter it. And attack for 20 or 14. But they're going to eat 2 of our creatures. So they'll take 10. They go to 7. They have Preordain in hand. Opponent uses the Preordain. We've got nothing. They're attacking because they're going to Ninja, it looks like. I think we're going to probably lose here because... Well, they went bottom, so they're going to draw off the Ninja. And then if they Augur and whiff, then I can Bushwhacker and kill them. They Augur. Finding a Counterspell. So I would have to have exactly Red Blast. I guess I have to hang out and do nothing. That's pretty unfortunate. I'm just going to go to the next game. I know it's not over, but I felt like it was not very winnable, and I just want to keep moving on. So it ended up being that not getting through the augurs was worse than having mass removal. Let's bring in the galvanics. I think maybe I will cut one of the name sticker goblins and submit that way. Let's keep this. We have tap land. We can demand answers, pitching something. I like that I have card draw, I guess. I feel like this deck could benefit from Lotus Petals. I'm gonna discard the name sticker goblin. Okay, what do you got? Augur of Bolus. You find a blue blast. Let's discard one Kuldotha Rebirth. Bridge. Okay, so now I can start dropping froggies. I have the red blast. Opponent plays a Fairy Seer. Gets in for 1. We have multiple red blasts now. Let's play out the frog. They do nothing. Brainstorm from the opponent. I wonder if they're going to follow it up with an augur. We know they have blue blasts in hand. I'm trying to set up a Kuldotha with the frogmites and stuff. It would be even better if I could get some Mirror Enforcers onto the table. And they cycle Alorian Revealed. Okay. It's an island. It's in with the Fairy Seer, so let's see if they have a ninja. If they have a ninja, I'm going to blast it. No ninja. So I can Galvanic the Augur. See if they do anything. They're going to let that go. Okay. So I can Frogmite for 1 mana. And I'll swing 2. Right now I feel a little bit ahead. We have more power on the table than they do. I've got a lot of counter magic. And I'm trying to tap them out so that I can go Kuldotha Bushwhacker. They're going to Arms of Hadar. Okay. So I think I'm going to Galvanic this to get it off the table. My turn. Chromatic Star. Let's Kuldotha the Star. Hopefully draw an untap source. Find a Mirror Enforcer. Not the greatest. 1, 2, 3. Yikes. We're pretty far from casting a Mirror Enforcer. Jeez. We need some Lotus Petals in this deck. Preordained for the opponent. If I find 1 artifact land, I can cast a Mirror Enforcer for 3. Right now, can't cast it basically for anything. Looks like they're trying to cast a Gurmag. Gurmag in play. Alright. Draw. Reckless Impulse is good. And we can protect it with the Red Blast. They still have Blue Blast in hand. We're gonna Red Blast. Do they have a second Blue Blast? Okay. So they're down to 3 cards in hand. We have 3 cards in hand as well, but no card draw. They have a 5/5. We can attack for 8. Put them to 10. They can put us to 13. So they're on a 4-turn clock. Okay. They're gonna Ninja. Oh, Unexpected Fangs. Darn. Let's cast a Mirror Enforcer. Darn it. Okay, I guess I'm swinging in with my little team. Then next turn I have to Mirror Enforcer and then like multi-block the Gurmag. Getting in for 6. I have Frogmite. I have 4 in play. Alright, I'll just peck in a little bit. Unfortunately, that they have this 6/6 lifelinker here. I feel like I need to have the Mirror Enforcer plus Red Blast backup. Play a land. We're gonna chump. They haven't been doing anything, so they most likely have a bunch of counter magic. And Arms of Hadar was very timely for them. It really hosed our affinity stuff. Can play the synthesizer, which makes the Mirror Enforcer cheaper. They have a sprite. We have a Red Blast. They have a second sprite, and we die. Yikes. Okay, so it was a little clunky there. Let's see what happens in round 2. Okay, round 2 versus Turbo Fog. Let's see if we can beat that. Not this hand. This may be better. Let's keep. Play this land. Probably get rid of the Frogmite. Land. Pass the turn. They're not playing playing something different. Okay. Play Star. Kuldotha. Sacrifice the Star. Just trying to get some damage on the table here. This turn we can attack for a very large amount. They're playing Explore. Growth Chamber, pick up that. Okay. Oh, wow. Heck of a turn. Okay, let's see what we got. 1, 2. Frog might cost 2. We can Kuldotha Rebirth and attack. And let's see what happens. That's a large. We 20'd them. Let's go. Okay, that was fun. Okay, we're bringing in the Flaring Pain. I guess we're getting rid of the 2 Seal of Fires because they don't do very much. I have no idea what our opponent is doing. It's kind of sick to play Explore and Turbo Fog if that's what they're up to. Okay, let's see. Keep. You've got Land into Great Furnace into Reckless Impulse. Let's see if they're going to Explore again. Plays a Tangled Islet. Land. Let's Reckless Impulse. Mountain Galvanic. So we can go Mountain into Galvanic into Reckless Impulse. It's not great. Or I can Darksteel Citadel and Galvanic them. Donk. And Reckless Impulse. We find Darksteel Citadel and Mountain, or Great Furnace. I guess not happening very quickly here. They're going to poison me, it looks like. Experimental Augury. So they're playing Poison Storm. Some sort of cool list from them. The Smash to Smithereens could maybe be okay versus Poison Storm. We're going to have 4 artifacts on the table. So I guess we just play Great Furnace, play Mirror Enforcer, Galblast. Then we go double Bushwhacker. This costs 3. And then we can just go face and pass the turn. Plays some lands. What are they playing now? Contentious Plan. So that gives them no more blue mana, but it puts more counters on their Woodlot and their Peat Bog. I'm going to... Let's discard the Citadel here. A Slagwood Bridge. Acu. They're casting a Moment's Peace. Somewhat expected. Oh, I think they're playing some sort of Moment's Peace Fog. Okay. That's alright. Let's sacrifice this Darksteel. And we got multiple Enforcers now. Enforcer Town. So all we're looking for is the... We are looking for the Flaring Pain now. Gotta dig for it. He will attack. They're taking it. Casting an Augury. I mean, we basically have lethal 7 ways from Sunday at this point. Moment's Peace. It's very interesting that they're playing, maybe they're just playing like Proliferation version of Fog, and they don't have any, like, ways to do anything else. Mirror Enforcer. This is 12 already. So, pass the turn. Maybe they're going to have a Weather the Storm here. Yeah, for a lot. But next turn we can Kuldotha Bushwhacker. They're going to draw 3 cards with Lorien revealed. Alright. They're at 27. They tap off of a Fog, they're going to be not looking pretty here. Kuldotha Rebirth. Kuldotha Rebirth again. And Bushwhacker. Is that 27? Let's find out. Send. They've got the Fog. Fair enough. Fair enough. I was talking in the familiar server about playing like Poison Storm Fog, and it looks like that's exactly what they're doing. We're going to attack with everything. They flash back the Moment's Peace. They're not taking any damage this turn. I mean, next turn we have a huge amount of damage coming in. They're going to Weather the Storm now. Oh, cast a Prologue. So they are playing some sort of poison. I feel like this deck is missing some stuff. My deck. I think we need Lotus Petals. To be on Lotus Petals and no... maybe like... Voldaren Epicure does a good job putting artifacts onto the table for affinity things. Play Contentious Plan. Right now we're at 3 poison. They said they have 7 fogs in their deck. Yeah, I think we're gonna die. They played a Contentious Plan again. The Arms of Fidarmi. And Weather the Storm. I mean, this means I can get in. Land. Kuldotha Rebirth. And Bushwhacker. That's a lot of damage. They're back to 20 some odd. 19, okay. They have an Experimental Augury. So we need a very, very fast hand. How do we go even faster post board? I haven't seen any artifacts, and End the Festivities doesn't do anything. Playing Accumulated Knowledges. Plays a Prologue. Weather the Storm for 15. Okay. Frogmite and a Bushwhacker. They have another Moment's Peace. I'm going to scoop it up. So what do we need to do here? Just draw the Flaring Pain and not... I mean, the mountains have not been very good. I'd rather have off-mana artifacts. Or off-color artifacts. I'll try to keeping. Play a tap land. Turn 2 Frogmite. Not very good. Land go. I definitely like the idea of this deck. They play a Woodlot. Play land. Play Frogmite. Your turn. They play a land that's tapped. We can Reckless Impulse. Finding a Synthesizer and a Darksteel Citadel. So since I can't cast a Synthesizer anyway, I'm going to play this tap land. Attack. I mean, I can't cast it off the Darksteel Citadel, is what I meant. They're going to pick up a land. We're going to lead on Experimental Synthesizer, see what we can maybe draw. Find a Galvanic Blast. Let's play the Darksteel Citadel. Play Reckless Impulse. And Gal Blast face. Then get in for 2. Hopefully they don't have Weather the Storm in hand, I guess. They did not have it. They're at 12. Okay. I'll play Chromatic Star. Kuldotha Rebirth on the Chromatic Star. Find a Sticker Goblin. Play a land. Play the Sticker Goblin. I mean, we're giving them Storm Count. Let's see if we can find a 1-drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it costs 2 mana. No. Get in for 2. Sad Enforcer. They prologue me. No Weather the Storm. They're currently at 10. Having for a large amount. Oh yeah, Arms of Hadar. Duh. Whoops. We have 0 things in play. Discard the mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go Mirror Enforcer. And Bushwhack. See if we can get some damage in. They've got a Moment's Peace. This is very frustrating. That 20 damage on turn 3 in game 1 was too sick, but could not follow it back up. They cycle a Lorien Revealed. Grabbing an island. They're going to play an Accumulated Knowledge. Okay, we can probably play anything we hit off this Synthesizer. Enforcer. Pretty solid. I suppose I could have cracked the Synthesizer before I did anything else. They're going to take the damage. No, they're going to Moment's Peace again. Okay. Let's crack the Synthesizer. Finding another synth. Okay. Play the Synthesizer. Darn. Reckless Impulse. Pass. Okay, so we have enough damage to kill them on board. They have Vivisurgeon's Insight, so now they have enough mana to use the Moment's Peace. So, essentially, if we can draw Flaring Pain in the next 2... Oh, wow. Man answers. You can sacrifice the Synthesizer to draw 3 cards. Great Furnace is not what I wanted. 4, 8, 10, 11. Might as well attack. They have to use the Moment's Peace in the graveyard. Sure. So now I'm at the point where they have to Moment's Peace every turn now, or they're dead. And if they tap out for Weather, thinking that they'll be okay, then I can Kuldotha Rebirth Bushwhacker and force through, maybe. They're going to Augury, give me some damage. Looks like they're playing 0 of the artifacts. which may be good or not. I don't know. They have plenty of mana at this point. For 3 mana, okay, they're going to pass. I'm going to attack with everything. I don't really know why they cast the Moment's Peace that way. They could have tapped their untapped lands. They just had a prologue, and they're going to weather the storm, maybe? Okay, so they go to 19. My hope is that they tap out. Vivisearch and Insight. Contentious Plan here. We go to 6 poison. Come on, just play Weather the Storm. Flaring Pain, not a Flaring Pain. Well, we're probably not going to win if we don't do this, so let's just go for it. Kuldotha and Bushwhacker. We're sending in the team. They've got the fog. The disappointment abounds. Alright, GG's. We'll see you in round 3. Okay, we have a super slow hand, so I'm going to mulligan this one. We're on the draw. Okay, turn 2, Star and Dispute, or Kuldotha Rebirth it, so I guess that's a keep. We have Name Sticker Goblin for later. I don't know if that's better than having the Seal of Fire around, so I'm just going to get rid of the Seal of Fire, though, and see what happens. Our opponent's on Ancient Den, into Novice Inspector. Okay, so they might not be able to interrupt our combo of the Name Sticker Goblin stuff. Let's play this bridge and pass. Novice Inspector's basically Thraben. My expectation is that they're on Boros with the Novice Inspector package and stuff. Okay, it looks like Blue-White Affinity, actually. Plays a Springleaf Drum, Thoughtcast. Okay, so we have to watch out for Metallic Rebukes. Play Chromatic Star. Let's Kuldotha Rebirth the Star. We draw Mirror Enforcer that we can't cast. Interesting. Maybe this deck... Something wonky is going on here. Don't know what it needs to have, but it feels weird. I think basically when you make the deck yourself, like KidRenan did, it's easier to pick it up and play it correctly. Here I am just trying to figure it out from ground zero. Okay, they play a Glinthawk, so it's Jeskai. They're going to have to pick up, I guess, the... Yeah, they pick up the Springleaf Drum. Plays a red mana with the Great Furnace. Okay, there's a Thraben Inspector. So they have 4 artifacts in play, 5 now. They could cast a Mirror Enforcer. Springleaf Drum. They have 3 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3. Mirror Enforcer costs 6, so they could just play it. Looks like they're going to do nothing. Can we find a land? No. Well, I'm going to Reckless. Multiple lands. So, I mean, we'll see what happens next turn. I'm not attacking, that's for sure. Our opponent end steps the Clue. They're at 5 cards in hand now. Plays a Great Furnace. Do they have the Glitters? They have the Glitters on the Hawk for 9 damage. Gets in for 9. They're going to put us to 11. So next turn, we're probably dead to the Hawk. So having Darksteel Citadel is good because that means we can hold up the Galvanic Blast, I guess. Goblin. I mean, I don't feel like we're going to win here, but anything could happen. The Galvanic Blast the Goblin. Okay. If they hadn't Galvanic Blasted the Goblin, they could have just attacked for lethal, so very odd. It's in for 10. Maybe they have another Galvanic in hand. Yep. Wow. Okay. We clearly want all the Smash to Smithereens. I feel like the Mirror Enforcer might be the worst card in the deck. Usually I take out Sticker Goblin here, though. Alright, this is probably okay, because we have Smash to Smithereens. I'm going to try to keep the artifacts on the table and not crack them. Lay out the Chromatic Star. But hopefully they draw, like, a regular land that I can smash. Nope. Alright, let's go Reckless Impulse. Find 2 lands. They play a smashable land. Plays a Gingerbrute. Plays a Springleaf Drum. Frogmite. They're certainly doing things. Great. Springleaf Drum again. Mirror Enforcer. Okay, I'm just going to go Slagwood Bridge. Kill the Mirror Enforcer. Alright, so do you have Glitters? They play a Synthesizer, tapping their creature. Plays a Mirror Enforcer. Okay. Right now we have 2 artifacts in play, so our Mirror Enforcer costs 5, whereas theirs costs 0. Tapping a bunch of mana. All the glitters on the Gingerbread, so we're straight up dead again. Okay, that's easy. Synthesizer, looking for Smash. Kuldotha Rebirth. This. Just die. We can Darksteel Citadel and then practice for red. Alright. That is not working out. Okay, we're here in round 4. We have not won any matches yet. Why am I keeping this? I'm keeping it because it has fast. There's a turn 2 Frogmite. And then I can go sticker, Bushwhacker. It's no longer a turn 2 Frogmite, but I can kill this Delver. And the preview window died, so unfortunately, sorry about that, everybody. This deck feels really wonky. Obscure Storefront, so what are they going to get with that? Blue-black Delver? Gets an island. Play land. That's the turn. We could really slam stuff onto the table next turn if they have nothing. So it is blue-black Delver. Okay. So we're going to do a little snuff out test. They don't have it. Try again. Still don't have it. Okay. Well, we're going to dump our entire hand on turn 3. And you know I like that. Absolutely. Frogmite. Frogmite again. I mean, we don't have any more card draw spells, but we are attacking. Turn 3. I do enjoy it. Okay. Would you like to take 1,000,000? It is 15, 17 damage. That's what happens when you play free spells that pay and give you extra mana. Your opponent just has nothing. Okay, you're at 4. They cycle Alluring Revealed, so we would die pretty badly to an Arms of Hadar here. Let's see if they have it. Delver is going to flip on a Snuff Out. Wow. Too slow. They scoop it up. Sick. Alright, so we know that Sticker Goblin is maybe sketchy because of the Snuff Outs. I'm going to bring in the relics. I'm going to cut these Sticker Goblins. Then I'm going to cut the 2 Seal of Fires. Bring in the Red Blast. And then I'm going to be really wonky. This deck is just going really weird for me, but we're going to try. I feel like we should have 4 synthesizers, but the Mirror Enforcers can't get cast off the synthesizer when they cost so much mana, so maybe our land bases needs to be refactored. Maybe we need to be playing kobolds or something. Maybe just not the Mirror Enforcers. Okay, we have a turn 2 Kuldotha Rebirth with backup. Seems fine. They play an Aquifer. Let's play a Star. Preordained from the opponent. Bajuka Bog. Okay, sure. Let's Kuldotha the Star. Finding a Darksteel Citadel. I'm going to hold open my mountain in case they have some sort of blue spell that I want to counter. They don't. Alright, land. Play out a Reckless Impulse. We're just going to try to get there on these 3 little guys. They Spell Pierce. I'll just counter your Spell Pierce. Get my 2 cards. Okay, we found a Relic. That's pretty decent. We can put both these cards on the table this turn. We can Relic into Bushwhacker if they counter. They do nothing. Alright, I'll play a Relic. After playing my land. Let's see if they have a Spellstutter Sprite. They have nothing. Okay. Let's go ahead and exile a card from your graveyard so that your Terrors and Anglers are not as effective. And swing 3. I mean, they could have, like, Hydroblast or something for the Bushwhacker, so I'm just going to let it ride. And maybe I want to Demand Answers away the tap land here, because I already have 3 red mana. They're just doing nothing. Okay. They have to discard the hand size. They just haven't found any lands. Okay. I'll play the Slagwood Bridge this time and swing out. Pass down. Okay. So they're taking 2, going to 12. I'm just going to Demand Answers, discarding this Darksteel Citadel. And play Chromatic Star. And go ahead and blast you, putting you to 8. I gotta get stuff in while they're tapped out. It'll be nice to demand answers the Chromatic Star later. They are using this Obscura to go to 9. They have 3 cards in the graveyard, so they can't play Angler or Terror here. Play Frog. Going to demand answers, sacrificing the Chromatic Star. If they have a counter, I think maybe they'll be dead here. Not sure exactly. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have a Dispel. We draw a card. Another demand answers, but we're just gonna go for it. Bushwhacker. Got there. Hey, we won a match. Let's see round 5. We're here in round 5 versus Fake Katano. And we have Great Furnace turn 1, Kuldotha turn 2, playing another land. Then we can play out the Synthesizer or the Impulse. Pretty slow with all these tap lands. Our opponent's on Moggwarts. Okay. So what do we want to do? What's the fastest way to get here? I think we just play out our stuff ASAP. We do have relics, and we have the Seal of Fire. Maybe we can just trim on some of the Mirror Enforcers. Wow, they sacrifice a Skirk Prospector to play a Wellspring, so they must have an Unearth in hand. Let's Kuldotha the Chromatic Star. Find a Bushwhacker. Play a tap land. They Deadly Dispute the Star. They have 2 mana available. If I can find like a Namesticker Goblin, that'd be pretty awesome. Demand answers. I'm just gonna Bushwhack here. Play a tap land and swing for 8. And them to 12. See what I can draw off of my Synthesizer on the next turn. Okay, they play Matron. Grabbing a Putrid Goblin, so they're probably close to combo. They can just trade one of their goblin for one of our goblins and only take 3 this turn. They're gonna play Skirk Prospector. So they're potentially representing lethal. Let's Synthesizer. We can draw a card. Galvanic. We can only use the Galvanic until the end of this turn. I'm gonna Kuldotha Rebirth. The Synthesizer. Don't really know what I'm looking for. I find a mountain. Play the mountain, and then get rid of the Skirk. And swing. Because the Skirk takes away their mana generation, and they would have to have the Unearth here. They'd have to have the creature plus the Unearth plus first day of class in hand. But at least we're forcing them to have more things, basically. We're also representing a removal spell. They just have a 3rd Skirk. Sacrificing. Plays Putrid Goblin. I'll say okay. Let's see if they're afraid or not. They're going to go for it. Okay. See what happens. So, the Goblin combo can make infinite mana here. And they have a 2/2 hasty guy. But who knows if they'll be able to win. Maybe it would have been better to play Reckless Impulse instead of the Synthesizer so that I could hold up the damage. They're casting Introduction to Prophecy. Let's see how they scryed. They went bottom on the scry. So now they're going to make some more mana with their Putrid Goblin, play a Chromatic Star. Probably sacrifice it for black, if I imagine. Sacrifices it for black. Sacrificing the Putrid Goblin to make some mana. They're going to loot. Discards 2 lands. Still has red mana available, or black mana. They're going to Deadly Dispute a land, so they have black mana available still. So they can make 3 more mana and then loot again. They're going to Deadly Dispute another land. They should have just Deadly Disputed the Putrid Goblin, to be honest. Okay, this time they realize they can Deadly Dispute the Putrid Goblin. They have black mana still. They've drawn lots of cards. First day of class is giving the creature the counters and it keeps looping. There's the Makeshift Munitions. I'm going to concede here. No sense in making him go out. Play the whole game. Okay. So we'll bring in the relics, smashes, and the electrickery. I'm going to cut on... What should I cut on? So I want to be the... I'm basically saying that I want to be the control deck. Let's trim the Mirror Enforcers. I don't have a lot of attackers, but we'll see what happens. Okay, let's go. Well, we have turn 1 relic, I guess. land relic, and then the chromatic star. Then we can maybe Kuldotha the star. Okay, so we have like the worst possible mana, but we have a chromatic star or a relic. Save me, relic. All right, they play an artifact land, play a chromatic star, play another Darksteel Citadel. Pass the turn. They likely don't have ways to gain life. Okay, my turn. Play another chromatic star. Play the Citadel. I can crack this one for red. And then Kuldotha Rebirth. Star. Now I'm on the table. So at least I got that going for me. And then I will say go. I guess I need to not F6 in case they're gonna braid my relic and I can just crack it. Gotta save targets here and make them exile their card. Unearth goes to the exile zone. They untap. What do you got? 3 lands. Plays Goblin Matron. Yeah, I can F6 now. Play Bridge, play Frogmite, and we will attack. They're going to trade. Okay. So I'm going to Relic away the Goblin Matron before they can do anything with the Ichor Wellspring here. They're going to draw with the Ichor Wellspring. Plays a Krark-Clan Shaman. Okay. Let's Reckless Impulse. Another red land. I can attack with everything. So I can't really afford to commit to the board more with this Krark-Clan Shaman out, but that's not too bad. Just going to keep drawing cards. They're going to destroy my artifact. So let's draw a card. All right. So having the Krark on the table, they can't like, they can wipe my board, but I'm not sure if it's going to help that much for them. Let's Reckless. Play Drossforge Bridge. Attack. We can Galvanic Blast their Krark on their end step. And then I can use a Kuldotha next turn. Also, just demand answers, discarding the bridge. They're gonna Fanatical Offering. Okay. Plays a Skirk Prospector. Putrid Goblin. They're going for it. First day of class. So I could blow up the Skirk Prospector here. Then they'll only have red mana. The problem is if I go for the Galvanic Blast. They're saying they want to be able to use I'm gonna just Galvanic Blast the Skirk Prospector, but then So most of the time the map is gonna give it a +1/+1 counter, huh? So the only thing I can do is blast the Prospector. If he has another Prospector in hand, then it is what it is. Or if they have another Prospector. So now they have 1 mana. Plays another Prospector. They don't currently have any black mana. There's looping away. We got, I don't know. If I'd had another red mana, I could have smashed the map, but they have the win. We're going to scoop it up. This deck was really clunky. I do not know how they 5-0'd. I was so excited, but it did not work out. Would not recommend. I had some fun. I hope you had some fun, and we'll see you in the next video.